It's a little more stable now, I think. I had to actually cancel out of the stream and restart it. It wouldn't resume the stream. I don't know why. Because it wants to be a pain in the butt. It's always something, right? Let's see, where is my parts? Not that. I know it's here somewhere. BT 101, getting close. There it is. Oh, at least it's holding steady at 2,500 kilobits now. So what's the best way to print these? I'm thinking this way because it'll be smaller. Where the hell did my thing go? There it is. Yeah, we're back. Rebooted the router. Seems to be more stable now. Hello, DeWitt. Hello, Steven. Doing pretty good. I'm not? If I'm not, then they changed something. Hang on. Is there... Did you change channel names? We could fix that real quick. Send me the link and I'll sub to it. DeWitt 3D Canada. No, I'm not. That's a load of horse shit, because I was subscribed to that. YouTube sometimes removes people's subs from channels, and I don't know why they do that. Really annoying. So makerviking.com. Yes, most of one, and then the hot end failed. So I actually have finally got the new hot end to play with on my Chiron, and I got a hardened 1.2 millimeter A2 tool steel nozzle. There's your icon. So I know that's you. Yeah, I'm already subscribed to you. Maker Viking. See? Subscribed. DeWitt, I wasn't. It took me off that for some reason. But yeah, I was already subscribed to you. Let's see, 0.24, 50 millimeters per second should be fine. Cooling 100, temperature, heat bed 60. At layer 50, go down to 50. And at layer 55, let's go to off. 220, 212, that should be okay. It crashed. It was getting to the point where I was getting no data throughput, and I tried to reboot the router, hoping it would resume the stream when the router came back up, but it didn't. YouTube terminated the stream, so I had to start a new stream. I gotta look into how to do that. Let's see, that's wrong. It should not be like that. 100. That should fix that. Nope, it's still not working right. What setting did I change to fix that? Oh, I forgot how to fix that. I think I have to fix it in... No, I've done this before. I've printed this part before. Oh, nice. Did I already fix that with this one? Yeah, I fixed that with this one. Okay, I gotta re-download it. Export, STL. See, part of the problem in 3D printing a nozzle shape like this, or a fin shape, is that you can make a razor point. And the problem is you can't 3D print a razor point. So you either have to have enough angle, or you have to give it a little square tip. Otherwise it tries to cut the model in the slicer. Nice. Last Thursday, nice 7-day print. Yes, we've already done a few videos on the CR30, and I actually just got the 0.8 millimeter nozzle that I'm going to put on my CR30. I was going to go 1.2, but that would really restrict what I could print. So I've decided instead to go with a 0.8 as a compromise. And I'm trying to get a roller assembly, like an industrial roller assembly for it, so I can set up a dedicated space just for it with a big giant roller. I've already done 10, 12-day prints. You get over it. It's like, whatever, just go. The trick is I have a UPS. There's two things that I do. Hang on, let me find this file. There it is. The two important things that I do. There we go. That's correct. And we do want a brim. Additions 0, 5. Goody, goody, goody. And we want to save this to, give me a second. I can't do two things at once in that regard. How long should that take? 40 minutes. That's not bad. And I could probably jack up the speed once I get going. Okay. But what the heck did I just say? Oh, the trick is you want to use a UPS, and the second trick is you want to use a Ender 2 old style print surface. You know, the like build tack, fake tack, build tack type surface. You do not want to use glass, PEI, or silicon dioxide. You want to use a build tack, fake tack style surface, because then you can turn off the heat bed without the print disconnecting. And once you turn off the heat bed, that UPS will run that printer for hours. That's the trick. I use Wham Bam, and then I use a build tack, fake tack type build surface, and then what I do is I ramp down the heat. So I leave the heat on for like the first 100 layers on a big print, and then I'll say, okay, at layer 100 drop the heat down to 55, at layer 105 drop the heat down to 50, and at layer 110 drop the heat down to 45, 40, and once I hit 40, at the next jump point I turn the heat off. Now there's no heat at all. Now the printer only consumes about 50 watts. Now all of a sudden your UPS will run a really long time. Because the heat bed is 80% of the power your printer is consuming. Well, yeah, back in Pennsylvania, that was the case. Power very rarely ran out. Matter of fact, I only remember in the last 3 years that I was there, the power went out one time for about a half an hour, and that's because a lady literally crashed into the electrical pole and broke it. Out here, power goes out all the time. Now, it doesn't usually go hard out. It usually browns out, but that's enough to reset a printer. So all my printers that are making important things are on UPSs. Hey, Edge of Tech. Hello, Anthony. That looks too close. I have to raise it up just a hair. This way, right? There we go. Too much. I can't answer that. That depends on the printer. But if we assume, say, somewhere between an Ender 3 and a CR10, you're going to... Where the hell is my phone? So what you have to do is you pull out your electric bill. Let me show you here. No, I didn't. Let's see. CNMEC. Now, my power is a little more complicated now since I have time of use power. But for a 3D printer, you're going to be running it 24/7, so you can just average it. Okay. Does that show any information I shouldn't be showing? No, I think we're good. So let me get a screen capture of this. Oh, I forgot it does that. This way I don't accidentally show something I'm not supposed to show. So here's my electric bill. What you need is your total kilowatts used. So for me, that's this number right here. So my kilowatt hours this month is 1,253 kilowatts. And you need your total bill, which you can't see, which is this right here, $157.08. So you bring up a calculator and you put in 157.08 divided by 1253. So my effective rate is 12.5 cents per kilowatt. So right there, 12.5. 12 is your cents, and then everything after the second digit is your tenths of a cent. So 12.5 cents per kilowatt. Because this would be $0.125. Now, once you have that, you need to know how much power your printer consumes. The proper way to get this is to run a multi-hour print. Boy, that looks really bad. Properties, configure. Let's bring down the exposure a bit. Oh, too much. There we go. The proper way to do this is to run your printer for several hours. See you later, Edge of Deck. And then figure it out. So just for number's sake, we're going to use 200 watts. Your printer probably doesn't consume quite that much if it's a Ender 3. Probably a little more if it's an Ender 2 or a CR10. But let's use 200. Okay. So now 200 divided by 1,000, 0.2 kilowatt hours. All right. So 200 watts is 0.2 kilowatt hours. Because remember, that's 12.5 cents per kilowatt. So you take 0.2 and you times it by 12.5. Actually, even easier, leave it to like 0.125. So it's going to cost you 2.5 cents per hour to run an Ender 3 at 12.5 cents per kilowatt. So times 24 is 60 cents per day. So CR10, if it's the original CR10, 12 volts, probably 200, 250 watts. So this is probably a pretty good estimate for you. So a CR10 should cost you between 60 or 70 cents per day to run. That's at 12.5 cents a kilowatt. Again, you have to get your bill and take your price, $157.08, and divide it by the number of kilowatts you used to get how much your power cost you. Because how much the power, like they're going to tell me my power is 6.2 cents. See right here? It says my power is 6.2 cents a kilowatt or 15 cents a kilowatt. That's not actually true. It's actually about 11 cents a kilowatt and 20 cents a kilowatt. Because all this crap gets added to the bill. And you have to factor that in. I have no idea. But so as Ender 3 CR10 should cost you roughly 60 to 70 cents a day if you have the same power rate that I do, an average of 12.5 cents a kilowatt. Oh, very little. Your biggest expense letting the printer run is wear and tear on your fans. Well, your electricity is going to be consumed. Household electricity is consumed basically two ways. Your big things and your vampires. Vampires is all the little crap. The LED lights and the standby circuitry and all your TVs and all your smart hubs and your routers and all that crap. Oh man, goddamn bitrate is suffering again. Hold it. So that's going to be your vampires. That's why I don't run a smart house, because it actually consumes a lot more power than you think, especially when you start adding a lot of them. So for example, do I have one I can show you? Yes. I use these, and I just dropped the glue. I use a lot of these. Okay, these are smart outlets. So these not only allow me to remotely turn outlets on and off using an app on my phone, but they'll actually track power usage. So these are the nice ones that track how many watts you're using. So I could log into my app here. Come on. Not what I wanted. So, for example, not all of them can do this, but this one here. So you can see here I average, what? That's wrong. It can't possibly consume that much power. But you can see I consume on average about 12 kilowatts a month. 12 kilowatts of electricity a month just running my modem and router. So my modem, my router, and that clock. 12 kilowatts a month just to run those devices. And so that means $7.20. So about $7.50 of my electric bill every month is just to run my cable modem on my router. It's actually a lot. So if I turned off my internet for a whole month, my electric bill would go down $7.50. So these outlets will let me do that, which are pretty cool. I'm having trouble finding them because they changed to a new model that's not the same. And I'm having trouble finding this exact model again. So, for example, here's my induction cooker. So I've been using between 5 and 6 kilowatts every month for the induction cooktop to cook food. And then my air fryer, I've been averaging between 2 and 7 kilowatts a month on electricity to use those devices. Did I do that wrong? Oh, I think you're right. I think it was 36 cents and not $3.60. Yeah, I think you're right. Let's see, 12 times 0.125. Yeah, it's $1.50. I totally screwed that up. How did I do that? I did 6 times 12, got 36, doubled to 72, $7.20. but that was wrong. It's 0.6, not 6. So my bad. So it's $1.50. Yeah, I thought that was a lot. That seemed like a lot of power. So, but now you take the power that consumes, and you know, like say this might consume 2 watts by itself. So if this consumes 2 watts, so that's what is that? 2 times 24 times 30. So this consumes 1.4 kilowatts per month. Now you might think, okay, that's not a lot. 1.4 times 0.125. So this consumes 18.75 cents per month. So 18 cents worth of electricity. Now you might think, well, that's no big deal. Well, imagine if you have 50 of these. Now it's $9.37. And you times that by 12 months, and these outlets would cost, if you had 50 of them, these outlets would cost you $112 a year to run. That's substantial. Now, granted, if you have the money to run 50 of these things, to buy 50 of these things, you've probably got the money to pay the $100 a year on your electric bill. But now, keep adding to that. You know, what's your doorbell consume? What your standby on your 4 televisions consume? What your alarm clocks consume? All that. Add all that up, and it could add up to quite a bit. But it's still probably a pretty small amount of your electric bill. They really don't consume a lot. The big ticket items is where you really start consuming electricity. So, for example, my water heater is 4,500 watts, 4.5 kilowatts. So 4.5 times 0.125. So it cost me 56 cents to run that water heater for 1 hour. That's why I actually have the water heater on a switch, on a remote switch. So I hit the button, the water heater turns on, and then it uses inching and it turns off 60 minutes later. Although in the wintertime, I need to run the water heater for 90 minutes to get enough hot water for a shower. In the summertime, an hour is plenty. Yeah, it's printing out nice. Oh, it's separated. You little bastard. Stop. You're no good to me. It's because I was playing with the bed level in the beginning. Boy, that thing's flimsy. Too flimsy. And too loose. That's right. I gotta scale up the I gotta run it at 1.5. I forgot about that. I can't use a tankless heater. I have hard water. I would destroy a tankless heater in 2 or 3 days. Destroy it. It would be destroyed. So I can't use on-demand hot water. Actually, no. You're not going to see any substantial difference in print quality between cheap printers and expensive printers, especially once you get to Ender 3 class. You're probably going to get some of your best print quality from an Ender 3. Yeah, it's very shitty. Okay, I need to move this up just a hair. Oh, wait a minute. No, I think I got it. No, that's the thing. That looks good. There we go. We're good. Ender 3s are actually very, very good machines. You're going to get some excellent print quality of an Ender 3, but Ender 3s require mechanical tuning as well as you learning how to use your slicer. If the parts are crooked, you're going to have a problem. So the Ender 3 has the two verticals. Those two verticals can be crooked, and your X can be crooked. So you need to go through and make sure everything is true, square, not crooked. You need to see if your Z axis lead screw lines up correctly with your vertical extrusions. Sometimes the Creality printers need a small shim. The stepper motor is too close to the extrusion, and so what happens is your lead screw tilts out like this. That's going to cause binding and affect your print quality. So sometimes you need to shim out that stepper motor so that it's straight. You need to check all of that on your printer. That's going to be the most important thing on a Creality style printer, is to make sure everything is true and square. This is one of the reasons why I suggest people buy an Ender 5, because the Ender 5 uses that cube structure that's pretty much impossible to put together wrong. I mean, you really can't put it together wrong. It's very, very hard to put it together wrong. But beyond that, you're going to get excellent quality out of an Ender 3. I have zero complaints about the print quality, and I don't see much of a difference in print quality. I don't see much of a difference between a $200 Ender 3 and a $1,500 high-end printer. I just don't see any print quality difference. In fact, sometimes I get better print quality on the Ender 3. Now, what you're going to get with the more expensive printer is features. It should be okay. Um, I've heard of a lot of issues with two trees, but I have to say that the Sapphire and the Sapphire Plus that I have are fantastic. They're not perfect. You know, there are little issues you'll have to tweak, but nothing that, a reasonably experienced 3D print user would have a problem with. I get excellent results with them. I mean, I took my two tree Sapphire, tossed it on the bus as it was, okay, sitting on top of all my crates. When I got here, I it sat on the bus for like 4 or 5 months. We unpacked the bus into the Connex containers, and then I carried that printer into the house, did not re-level it. I just hit print and it worked. That's impressive. That thing traveled 2,000 miles across the country and sat in a container for a year and a half or a year, and I plugged it in and it just worked. So I like my Sapphires. The belts have issues. I noticed that it's starting to wear the edge of the belt because something's not aligned right, but I get ridiculous quality out of it and it just works. Just don't expect a turnkey solution. Most of these printers use standardized parts. In fact, most of them use Creality standardized parts because they all copycat. But in general, my Sapphire and my Sapphire Plus work fine. I have no complaints about them. I'll have to try this clipper one day. No, it's not. It's not as big as a CR10. I have a different machine then, because neither one of mine is 310 by 310. I don't think. Is the Sapphire Plus that big? Maybe the Plus is that big. It is pretty big. I didn't measure it, but maybe it is 310. The original Sapphire is not. It's like 230 or something like that. You know, it's into 3 size. Okay. Weird. Very nice. Very expensive. I hope you got that bed at least 6 millimeters thick. Because if it's less than 6 millimeters, your machined bed is going to warp. Nice. Now, see, I think things like AC heat beds are better suited for Core XY machines or inverted machines like an Ender 5 because the bed doesn't move back and forth. It just moves down slowly as the print prints. And I think that's a lot better. I think it's a lot safer. It is a big boy. It's a very big boy. I got to get myself a Slice Engineering hot end. I've got to get one to play with. So this is the nose cone I'm going to use just because I think it's pretty. I forget what plastic this is, but I love this color. What plastic is this? I don't know what plastic this is. I just know I love that color. And this sparkle purple. I love this sparkle purple. That's the thing. I want to make the extrusion for this. What's my CPU? 34%. We should be okay. $150 a mic'd out bed. Now, one thing that annoys me. Oh, there is a way to search. There is a way to search. Holy crap, I never knew I could search. I did not know I could search. How did I not know this? That is a centering ring. Okay. So it's about 75. You don't like the mosquito? Cylinder. So it's probably an extra millimeter in each. Let's go 76 by 76. Now, I have a model. Let's use a sphere. Let's align this way and this way. Do this and this. DW Engineering, what is it, a knockoff of the Mosquito? Now, I have a model of this camera. Just have to find it now. Stained glass. Harry Potter, portal gun. Last Mohicans. Mercury redstone. Mercury capsule. Insta360. Here we go. Official model. 7-zip. Extract to Insta360. DW Engineering. Okay. There it is. Okay. Import, choose file, downloads, Insta360. Make like a banana and split. It should be saying, make like a tree, branch out and leave. Hey, Vision Miner, I still need you guys to make me some fins so we can finish that rocket. I came up with a... I came up with a nice 3D printable fin design. So nice. You need to use a thick nozzle. You don't want to use a 0.4 with this. Although actually with those materials it won't matter. But yeah, that's the last part I need. We needed to finish the fin so I can finish that rocket. I know you guys have been busy, so I've been just waiting for you to not be busy. But we got just about everything. We got the centering rings, we got motor retention, we got nose cones, we just need fins. The only part we're not going to print is the body tube, but I'm going to hopefully carbon fiber that. But yeah, that's a new fin design I came out with where the curvature of the tube is actually designed into the fin itself. So it's a perfect flush fit on the body tube. Not as good as through the wall, but good enough. Yeah, this is printing out good. So now I have a 3D model of the camera. I love this. I wish more manufacturers would do this. Provide 3D models for their cameras. Let me show you guys what I'm doing here. So I need to... This is the size of my body tube. Okay. So I need to design an enclosure that's going to hold this camera. So let's align them all on the same axis. There we go. That's definitely going to have to be taller. And then we rotate this bad boy. Because that's what it's going to look like on the rocket right there. So now how far in do I want it? What's my CPU? 28%, we're good. So I want it in as far as I can, but I still need to have it sticking out just a little bit. Actually, I can have this sticking out in quite a bit more. So if we hide this for now, yeah, I can bring that all the way into here. Like that. And I probably want to angle it just a hair. No, I don't want to angle it. Okay, Normally, I would want to angle it, but this camera has the ability to. Okay, your video is 1920 by 1080. Well, this camera has a sensor of a little bit larger than 1920, and it's a square sensor. You see, if you have a sensor that is this big, you can't rotate the video. But if the sensor is big enough and square, you can rotate the video so that no part of the video leaves the square sensor, and that allows you to rotate a 1920 by 1080 frame 360 degrees. So you have basically an artificial gimbal built into the camera, which is really cool. So I want the camera to just, normally I would angle the camera a little bit, but if I angle it, that's going to mess with the ability to gimbal. And the ability to gimbal will allow me to stop rocket spin in the video, in post. I'll be able to pick a horizon in theory, and the rocket could spin as fast as it wants, and it won't matter. I'll be able to stop the spin of the video by spinning the video the exact opposite rate that the rocket is spinning. So if the rocket is doing 2 RPM this way, I can tell the software, I think, to rotate the video 2 RPM the other way, canceling out the roll of the rocket, which is really freaking cool. So that's where I want the camera to stick. So now we can see how much of the interior space the camera is going to project into the model rocket. So I now need to make an enclosure that's going to fill in all that space so that the ejection charge doesn't hit the camera. Hello, Caliber Manx. It is going to be awesome, Vision Miner. It's going to be very awesome. So now I need to increase the size of this to cover up the whole entire thing, almost. Probably have that much sticking out. I don't know how much I can cover it up and still have it work. I got to tweak it. So now what I need to do is, let's hide this again. Am I fully covering? No, I'm not. I got to go a little more. So I got to fully cover inside the rocket. I need that to be on the center point. Like that. I'll probably have to use 2 spheres to get the complete cover. Oh, I'm gonna chop away most of that inside anyway. Hey, there you go. Canadian dealer will make that a lot easier for you. So let's hide this. Now what I need to do is create a channel for the lens. We're going to use a cone. So work plane here, cone here. Okay. The first thing we're going to do is increase the number of sides, increase the top radius, increase the base radius, and we're going to rotate this thing. Where's my rotation? There we go. 180 degrees. So now we center this approximately. Go away. Yeah, learning curve. Tinkercad is visual based. I can look at what I'm doing and just do what I want. While with Fusion, there's a huge learning curve. I know I have to learn it eventually. It's just a pain in the ass. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a chop block right here. And then we're going to take these two parts and join them together. What's that? Toggle notes. Okay. And then I'm going to turn this into a hole. And then I'm going to re-expose all my parts. And I need to lengthen this until it projects outside of my part. And I should be able to join these two together. And there. Now we have a channel cut out of the part. So hopefully it doesn't interfere with the camera lens. Oh, I can't change the model anymore. Okay, now I can. Let's go a bit bigger, because I don't know what the FOV of the camera is. Okay. Bring this down. Now we can chop this with this. Now we can turn this into a hole and chop this. And that's the idea of what I want right there. Now what I need to do is to, I need to chop this into this. But I can't yet. I gotta make this clear so I can see it. And that's the problem, Set Tight, is that a lot of my designs I'm working around an existing STL like you see me doing here. And that's really hard to do in Fusion. For my native parts, it makes sense. But for other parts, it's a real pain in the butt. Okay. So what I need to do is I need to make this a two-part piece. So that's the outside. So Control D. I need to bring this out so that it fully cuts this part here. No, I got to do it twice. Yeah, I got to do it twice. Okay. So let's hide this. Let's make this visible. Let's make this a cut. And then join. Boy, that part has really got a lot of artifacts. See all the artifacts in that model? Hopefully it cuts clean. Yeah, you have to fully constrain the model to get any kind of parametric nature out of it to really get it right. Oh yeah, that's all fucked up. Are you kidding me? That is totally screwed up. Look at that. Look how screwed up that model is. Okay, so that's not going to work. I got to go into we got to clean the model. And I don't want that visible. God damn it. Let's see here. Netfab. That model is totally screwed. My problem with Fusion is the initial learning curve. I've got to sit down one day and just put 100 hours into it to learn how to use it. Oh, you guys don't need to be seeing all this. I've got to put the time into it to learn how to use it, and use it enough that I don't forget it the next day. Wow, that's the first time I heard that fan kick on the high gear. Let's see. Downloads. Yeah, their model is totally screwed. Hopefully I can fit. It's only 7 megabytes. I should be able to fix it. Well, this one, the model's made up of multiple pieces, and the mesh is broken. It's a broken mesh. Netfab should be able to fix that. And my other problem is that Fusion keeps tightening the leash on the free license. And I'm afraid that I'm going to put, hundreds of hours into learning how to use Fusion just to have them pull the rug out from under us. Usually Netfab can take care of it. Make it into a proper solid mesh. What the? This is backwards. This piece is designed wrong. Oh, this is the piece you guys made. Okay, that piece is messed up. There it is. Alrighty, now let's try importing the fixed model. It's my CPU. 33%, we're good. We're just going to delete that because that model is totally borked. The likes are hiding! They're hiding! Let's see what this is doing. There we go. I love my Ender 2. There's nothing beats an Ender 2, man. Come on. Why is it taking so long to import the model? Oh, yeah. My Ender 2 is my favorite printer. It makes the cleanest prints. It just... Nothing, very few printers can touch my Ender 2. This one's all customized. Capricorn LED. Custom 30mm cooling fan. Parts cooling fan. They're all silent fans. Metal extruder. Capricorn. Foam bottom for shock absorption and noise isolation. I love my Ender 2. I don't know why it's taking so long to import this model. It shouldn't take this long. That's the Ragnar. The I think it's a Star Wars critter. Chaos Cortec made it up. I just it didn't finish printing because the hot end failed on my Chiron, and I haven't gotten around to installing the new hot end yet. I have it. I finally got it. It took a month and a half to get here, but I got the new hot end I want to play with. There it is. Boy, that took a long time. Hopefully this model is correct now. Take this and this. We want to align with this. Take this, lift. So Control P, hollow, join. Why not go? There we go. There it goes. Let's hide this one for now. That's not what I want you to do. Seriously. I want you to hide the pink one. Oh, it's still screwed up. This model is worthless. Look what it's doing. There's too many disconnected functions. This model is totally broken. This model is totally screwed. What about the other model? There was two. Hello, red light. That's because the person who made the model screwed it up. That's a mount. I need a model. How do I make a model of it? Do I really have to approximate it? We're going on rockets. And this model is so screwed up, I can't use it. Did anybody else make a valid model? CPU 20%, we're good. That is not what I told you to type. No, I haven't tried to play with Blender. I ran it through NetFab. That didn't fix it. Which is very unusual. That almost always fixes it. What am I trying to do? Right here. These are enclosures for it, but I don't need enclosures. I need the actual camera model so I can make my own enclosure. Now, is it Instago? Yeah, it is Instago. Okay. See, mounts. I don't need mounts. I need the model. Not quite. Cleaning that up would be exceedingly difficult. I'll show you. Yeah, see, it's missing too much. Is that the right size? Is it me or does that look too small? I guess it's the right size. I might be able to get something out of this. Um, it won't be correct, but it might be close. Where the hell is the other drag mark? You guys might want to watch this. There we go. So now, chopping off all this extra crap should be pretty easy. Mm-hmm. No, that is the official model. I downloaded the official model. Their model is fucked. It's unusable. I don't know how they're using it. I guess there's other software available that can help with this, but it's not helping me. Okay, that's pretty close. Now, assuming that's designed to hold the model, big assumption. Yeah, it's a go-to. I think my best bet is to put a sphere in here. Let's see, let's do a line. It's a line vertically. Please stop selecting. Hey, there's one fin. And that's shredded. Why didn't that attach? I could still use that. Just glue the tail. There we go. One fin down. Does it fit? Yes, it does. I can probably bump that up a little more. So tune. Let's go flow rate 175. 170. So there's one pin done. This doesn't look right. It's not filling out the model the way I want. Actually, can I... better be to use a cylinder. Small parts with PETG can be a real pain in the butt because it likes to string. First thing I would advise, print 255 Celsius, 25% fan. 250 Celsius might work as well. You want to print very, very hot. so that you can use a little bit of cooling fan. And then you want to make sure you use wipe and go from there. But the cooling fan is going to be your biggest benefit. The problem is cooling fan can ruin a PETG print. So you have to make sure that you're using it's sufficiently hot enough to make up for the cooling fan. So 250 Celsius, 25% cooling fan. You might need to slow down a little bit, depends. But try that and see how that helps. And a raft is probably not a bad idea for PETG if you're going to print very tiny parts. You'll have to experiment with that. It depends on how good your bed adhesion is. Actually, a square will work. Yeah, a square will work. Maybe. Okay. No problem. Let's get this on the plate. Let's get a square in here. How wide is this? We are 26. So let's go 25.5. What the hell? Where the hell did you come from? Whatever you are, go away. Align this way, align this way. Oh crap, I didn't want to do that. Why can't I deselect a model? That is so annoying. It won't let me deselect a model. It just drives me nuts. UPS. Like, why can't I deselect a model? I want to not select this model anymore. It's so annoying. Let's get away from these other models. Okay. That looks good. Are you serious? Come on. Okay. Line this way, this way. Why aren't you lining up? Oh. It's jamming up. All right, we're good now. We're good. Okay. I need to bring that up just a hair. We're joined again. And it won't let me deselect. There. Okay. Now if I make Control D, and then I make this a hole, join it with this, that should cut out what I need. Yeah, hot and slow. 250C. If you print 250C, you should be able to get away with using 25% fan, and that 25% fan is going to make all the difference in an intricate part. There it is. So now I just need to get rid of the chunk in the middle, which is going to be fun. Cylinder, maybe? Yeah, cylinder will work. Yeah, that'll work. There we go. Get it all? Yep, got it all. And then I put a square in the middle. I get it all? Got it all. Okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. All I need is the other part. That pill is what I need. I almost got rid of the part I need. This pill right here is what I need. That's the inside. Okay. So I got to get rid of the outside. Okay. So if I take all this and deselect this, join this, create that shape, Control D, rotate 180. Now I should be able to join these and just have my pill left. There's ungroup if you grouped them, but it does not see that as a group. Now, in theory, I could export that as an STL, bring it into Simplify 3D, say separate connected parts, and then I'd be able to grab the individual part and bring it out, but it would have taken longer to download it, put it in Simplify 3D, do the split, and bring it back. So I just did it this way. Yes, it's very. Some things are very convoluted in Tinkercad. You just live with it. And I missed a little tiny piece right there. So there's my pill. Now there's the shape. So now what I need to do is make this a little bit bigger. Not as a goddamn connected set, for Christ's sake. Stop doing that. That should work. So now I should be able to use this as a hole and properly shape that. So now I have a pill that should be the right size. We are going to upscale it. Just no, that's already got a variance built in. But I'm going to upscale it a 0.2 anyway. 33.5 and 24.5. This way I have a little bit of padding space. Okay, so now I have an actual solid pill that I can use to put a hole in the model. Let's see if it actually works. So let's do... No, I don't want to do that. Let's do an align. Align them this way, align them this way. Okay, see, I don't have my face. So I need to make it a little taller. Not as a goddamn group. Not exactly what I would call perfect, but it'll fit the damn rocket. Hide that. Get rid of that piece of trash. Where the hell's my part? Where the fuck did the part go? I deleted the wrong goddamn part. Are you kidding me? And I can't undelete? Would you please deselect the fucking parts? Sorry. Are you seriously telling me it deletes a part and you can't bring it back? Oh, it'll mess up the printer. There it is. Oh, what a mess. I'm thinking about using SolidWorks. Because I can get SolidWorks for $35 a year. And I'm pretty sure they're not going to yank the table out from underneath me. The stress is going to kill this because I'm going to hurt it. I'm going to skin it alive. Would you please stop selecting both freaking parts? Yes, son, I've got... No, I need the circle. I need the circle. That looks pretty good to me. Go. Delete that piece of garbage and that piece of garbage. It's not the right shape. It's the right shape this way and this way, but it's not the right shape this way. But it should be good enough. And don't even get me started on the movement UI. Oh. Would you please let me deselect a goddamn model? Why can't I deselect a model? Okay. So that should be approximately okay. Bring the lens out. About there. I had to make it solid. So I had to do this to make a solid model. So gotta remember, I gotta make my model enclosure. It does not pop out the back. But we don't care. We're just doing the front face now. And that looks okay to me. So Control D. Now we got to bring this out until it's full face. And that's the full face. Okay, that cuts the outside of the model. And that's where the inside of the model still needs to go. So if we hide that, you see now the outside has a cut face there. So that's the outside. So the camera will just slide right into that. Okay. Now I need to make this solid. I need to Control D this first. And then cut this piece. Okay, so there's the outside. Now I need to make the inside. First, I need to make an external cut. Nope, just use the same model. So Control D again. Slide this over here like this. That'll do it. Once again, it won't let me deselect. Control D, solid, join, cut. No, I did it backwards. This has got to be solid. This has got to cut. Do I have two here? Yes, I do. This and this cut. Now there's my external cut for later. I can hide that for now. Now I got to build the inside. What might be slow day, UK? So far, we're holding good at 2600 kilobits. It looks like the internet's fixed. So now it's very important I do not move these parts. Because if I move them, it will no longer align with this. So I have to make certain I do not move this part. I can hide that again. So now I bring back my model so I know how much of an insert to make. Now I should be able to... Actually, a square is probably going to be my best bet. Yeah. So let's, I need a face to work off of. So that'll give me my face. And then we can take the, actually we just use a square. So I need to make sure I embed all the way, because I want to cut that with the other model. Although I need to create a 1mm gap. So I've got to figure out how... No, I don't. It's going to be a hole straight through the model. We're good. What I could probably do is add a radius. Just a little radius, so it's not such an annoying little ugly square. Actually, if I make this big enough, I can make a bigger radius. So increase the radius. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay. So now we have to go as wide as the model. We gotta stretch it out so we're in. That is not what I want you to do. Stretch it that way. Now where's the top of the model? There's the top of the model. Can I give it more radius? Yes, I can. There's the top of the model. That's looking good. Now here's a neat little trick. So let's hide this. Now I need to align this model, center it. So I'm going to pick this model, I'm going to pick this model, and then I'm going to pick my align tool. Then I'm going to select this model again, which is going to freeze it in place, so only the new model is going to move. And that's what I want. And then unhide everything. Okay. So now I hide this. I select this and I chop it with this. Snick. And then I take this. I Control D it again. I turn it into a hole. I select this and I merge it. And that should give me my model. So now I select this and join them together. Let's make it blue. Good. Why can't I deselect the model? Let's see. Why can't I deselect it? Oh, just dragging does it? I never thought of that. Just drag. Okay, that does it. Now, why can't I unhide my models? Oh, there it is. The icon's just broken. Okay. So now you can see this is my theoretical body tube. This is now conformal to this body tube. Bandwidth oh, that's what you meant by day UK. No, what was happening is I told it to hide this model. See how this icon is gives me an icon to show the model? Well, before that icon was still gray, but it still worked. I didn't realize that it was just a glitch in the UI. Okay. Now, see, the purpose of this is to protect the camera from the rocket. So the way this works is I have a body tube. Let's switch back here. So I have a body tube here, and I want to build the camera into this body tube. Normally what you'd do is you'd strap the camera onto the outside of the rocket somehow. And that's just very kludgy, very not nice, very not neat. So what I need to do, what I do with all my cameras, man, does that magnet strong, is I embed the camera into the rocket. So it'll actually stick inside the rocket like this. And just that piece there will stick outside the rocket. And that's how I do my camera rockets. Now, normally the way I do this is I would just put a hole in the rocket here like this. And then I would find a piece of tubing that's about the right size for this. So, for example, this is too small, but you get the idea. I would find a piece of tubing. I keep forgetting that it's over there, but I want you guys to see the print too. So I'd find a piece of 24 millimeter would probably do it. Do I have any 24 millimeter tube handy? I think that's 24 millimeter right there. Yeah. So 24 millimeter would actually work, as you can see. See how that fits in there like that? That would actually probably be the easiest way to do this. It just figures 24 millimeters freaking perfect. But there, I would have that sticking right out the side of the rocket. And no, you don't have to counterbalance it. It's close enough to center of mass, doesn't affect a thing. Oh my god, that's so close. Oh. But anyway, I would stick the tube right through the side of the rocket and then seal the back end of the tube against the other side of the rocket and seal this against the outside of the rocket. This way, when the ejection charge, you guys can see that, when the ejection charge fires inside the rocket, the ejection charge never touches the camera electronics. It just goes around it. So what I want to do is come up with a 3D printed solution where I just put a hole in the rocket right here. And in fact, I could probably create a template to make it easier for me to do that. So I create a hole right here, and then I just take this 3D print apart and slap it in there, and I'm done. Finished. um, that's amazing that 24 millimeter is perfect. That's would have saved myself a lot of time if I'd have realized all I had to do was make a slightly elongated 24 millimeter hole. It would have saved so much time. Oh my god. But anyway, that's actually too big. I'm not going to be using a tube that big. I'll be using a tube this big. That's a BT 101. I'll be using a BT 75. So this will actually be the size of the tube that rocket will be flying on. But it's a learning curve. You know, you got to learn. That's how you learn. Now, the other trick is, can I make this vase mode printable? Not vase mode printable, but easy to print. And I think the way I'm going to do that is in the slicer, but I can do it here too. So now you can see when I actually, yeah, that's okay. I can live with that. I'm going to clean up this model a tiny bit. But now if I hide this, you can see now I have a cavity. You can see here. Now I have this module that will pop right into my rocket. And it serves several functions. One, it's aerodynamic. Two, because of this angled edges here, it keeps the shroud lines from the rocket from snagging on the camera. Because if it snags on the camera, the chutes won't deploy correctly and you won't get the video you want. So that solves that. And then because this is designed the way it is, the ejection charge gases won't actually get to the camera inside. Now to protect this, probably the easiest thing to do would be just glue a piece of paper on there. The paper would be like a blade of armor and prevent the heat from actually directly hitting the plastic. I can also probably hit it with some high temp barbecue paint, you know, for like edged paint. Just enough on there to act as a blade of armor. It'll carbonize and prevent the plastic from, because that ejection charge is hot, but it's only hot for a split second. No, not usually long enough to compromise a chunk of plastic. Okay. Now, there's a couple of things that I want to get rid of. So, for example, I want to get rid of these points right here, because those points are going to cause a problem. It's not going to be very printable if I leave those points on there. So we select that, we chop those points off. Okay, that takes care of that. All right, is there anything else that it needs? I did this slightly wrong, but that's okay. I'm not worried about it. Meaning this shouldn't curve inward here. It should go straight in, but that's okay. Yeah, I love my ender too. Do I need anything else? I could probably design some hooks into this for the rubber bands. You know, use little dental rubber bands to hold the camera in, or string. What would be the easiest way to do that? Probably the easiest way would be to use a torus or a ring. No, and hot glue's a bad idea. Hot glue softens in the sun, and you really don't want that softening. So if I did I'm going to want something like that. What I need to do is I need to cut a hook out of it. Something like that. I think I need to angle that a little more. But I need it to be stout. It's got to go down to right about there. I think that'll work. But how will it print? It's going to print better if I make it taller. All right, Control D. And then I need to flip it this way. And then drag it over this way to cut a similar hole in this side. That might work. Let's see what it looks like. The problem is it's hard to perceive scale when you do this. So the scale could be completely wrong and I wouldn't know. The idea is just to create a little crevice in there so that I can hook 2 rubber bands on there to hold the camera in to make sure that, or string, to make sure the camera doesn't pop free. I mean, it'd be easy to add just 2 pegs sticking out, but the problem with pegs is that's something for the, I don't like that though. It's something for the shock cords to snag onto. And I'm trying to avoid a snag point. Yeah, I know. I can't reach it. I have a second smoke alarm in there now, but I can't reach the first one because of what I did to the room until I get rid of the beds in there. It's the guest bedroom. What do I want to do with that? I'm going back to thinking pegs are going to be best. It's not been bad. It's been doing okay. I don't know if I answered your question yet, D-Wait, but no, you don't need to counterbalance it. We are making a mount so that I can put this camera, this little Instago 360 camera, into a rocket. Mount it right in the side of the rocket. You know something? I'm thinking a peg right by the root of the rocket is going to be the best bet. The problem is printing it. So what I need to do is I need to angle it in and up so that it's printable. But how am I going to print this? What's the print orientation? Let's do print orientation first. So I need to tilt it this way so there's no islands. And I need to embed, which I can't easily do because I can't see it. Here's a trick for that. Create a big box like this and just flip it. Now I can see when it's embedded. Let's get the work plane out of my way. There we go. Last time I flew a rocket was about 4 years ago. I was working 3 full-time jobs. Just didn't have the money or the time. I technically don't have the money to do this event, but I decided I don't care. I'm doing it. It's been so damn long. And it's only 4 hours away, so it's not that far. Let's do 1 more degree this way. There. Revo Point phone app. No. Oh, I don't think that cuts enough. Nope, that's not enough. Let's go 1 more degree that way. There we go. That should do it. What happened with the bus? Nothing. The bus is still sitting out back. Time and money, man. Eventually, I'd like to try to do something with it, but right now, I just don't have the money. With COVID, my income has just dropped too much for me to take on a project like that right now. All right, so now I have a flat patch. You guys can't even see what I'm doing. So now I have a flat patch. I'm using my finger as if you guys can see my finger on the screen. So now I have a flat patch here and a flat patch here to print this with, and that creates no islands. So this should print without any support. Yeah, that should print support free. I don't see any islands that would cause me a problem. I mean, this is a bit sketchy, this tiny little patch holding it, but if I use a large enough brim, I think it'll be okay. Yeah, I think that'll be okay with a big enough brim. Yeah, I think that'll be just fine. Now, I need a way of hooking I need a hook for the camera. You know something? A torus that I then cut out might work. So I can increase the number of sides. Radius, let's say I want a 5mm, so that's 2.5 radius. Let's make it yellow so it's easier to see. Okay. So what's this change? Didn't change anything. What the hell did I do? We'll just leave it alone. There. All I need to do is make this thicker. Michael. No big deal. I don't mind. There, I think that's strong enough. We are almost 45 degrees. Like that. Now, let's embed it a little more. I think that'll work. And then what I'll do is when it's done printing, I'll cut that out. Come on, give me the goddamn grab handle. It's like, why do they make it appear in the way? So it like gets in the way. I just want the grab handle. Okay. So that can print like that. And then I could take a pair of snips and cut out the opening to allow me to put it in the rocket. Okay, Control D, bring you over here. And that looks about right. Maybe I'm out a little too far. No, I think it's okay. Yeah, it's out too far. It's going to be hard to move it that tiny bit, though. Actually, it wasn't that bad. All right, I think that's good. I think. That looks a little in too far. Oh, for Christ's sake, come on. It can never figure out what it wants to do. It's like, just give me that little bit, okay? See, there's a grab distance. where it can't figure out if it wants to go one way or the other. That looks good. Good enough. And that should be printable without supports. No, very few are. There are some people who are getting into it more. I just got my buddy George Racker into it. I got him to buy an Ender 5. I showed him how to set it up. And so I've been working with him. He's the one I made these fins for. The red. He's the one I made the E2X fins for. But there are some people who are doing it, but it's not super common. It's common enough that RSOs are used to it now. Very good. I like this. I think this will work. I think this will work. Let's do it. Instago tube mount. That's actually Instago 2, which I can't change. I'll do it later. Export STL. We're still good on CPU. Okay. Yay! Yeah, that's what I like about Tinkercad. The price is definitely right. Just makes you want to pull your hair out every now and then. Is this going to break again? Yes, it's going to break again. I wonder why I'm having trouble getting this to release properly. I think I'm too close. I think that's jammed. Normally it releases without a problem. Here we go. Nice. That fits good. I could probably go up a little bit more in the... Yeah, I can go up to 175%. But, oh, there you go. So that's 2 of the fins. Okay. Now I gotta get this off. No scraper handy? Should have a scraper handy. There you go. Eject. Tinkercad, I kept making mistakes. Normally I stop, slow down, think about it a little bit. Don't screw it up. Okay. Let's get rid of this. Downloads. And why do I have 2 pieces? It's not supposed to be 2 pieces. Because I have something else on the screen here that's being selected. Any particular reason why I can't zoom out? Yeah, there's nothing there. Where the hell did the extra piece come from? This doesn't exist. Yet it's showing up. Now this is where Simplify 3D comes in handy. I can go to Mesh, Separate Connected Surfaces, which should be able to let me grab just what I want. So remove that. Now why are these separated? These should not be separate. That means I have a gap. That's bad. That might mean I have a gap. See how it's treating them as two separate parts? Now, can I heal? I should be able to heal that. Merge, heal, 50% overlap. 3 by 3. We'll definitely do this at 0.2 by 3. We're not going to do that. We are going to use a brim infill 20%. Actually, 15% is probably plenty. And we'll do rectilinear, which means you could probably get away with 10%. No. At the Reynolds number that these things fly at, completely irrelevant. There's no difference between this a smooth surface and this layered surface. At these Reynolds numbers, it doesn't matter. Oh, I did not want to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix this in the thing later. I have to do it manually. Okay. Yeah, it's treating those parts as separate parts, which it shouldn't be doing. Actually, it really shouldn't be doing that. There's no reason for that. Yeah, see, it's treating them as separate parts. It's treating them as completely separate. Which it absolutely should not be doing. Okay. So I need to change the position. Offset. Well, I can't do it that much. So let's do 3.5. Is that enough to join them? Zero. Is that enough to merge? Still touching the bed. Yes. It's merged now. There it is. Okay. Now we're merged. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that might turn off apply. Disk E. Instago mount 2. Reynolds wrap? Oh, no. Okay. In aerodynamics, there's a value with how the model interacts with the air for flying things, and it's called a Reynolds number. Larger objects have lower Reynolds numbers, smaller objects have higher Reynolds numbers, and the higher your Reynolds number, the more interesting things get. For example, a bumblebee can't fly. If you made a bumblebee this big, it couldn't fly. It wouldn't work. Aerodynamically, it wouldn't work. But because the Reynolds number is so high for a bumblebee, things get weird when you get tiny. And so a bumblebee can fly. Hi, kitty. Hi. Hey, Michelle.
What?
Kitty cats are hungry. And yeah, they're getting into the cat food at night, too. Look at it. Look at up there. They tore open the Frisky's cat food.
Tore open what?
Look at the cat food on top of the freezer. Remember the cat food that I brought in the house? They tore it open and they were eating it. Little bastards. We're going to have to skin them alive. Skin them, I say! Skin them! Make them filthy felines pay. Oh, I know. I will skin them. Chinese food, you little bastards. Chinese food. Gonna make Chinese food out of them.
Are you still on your screen?
No, the hole's at an angle. Oh, wait a minute. It filled the top of the hole. What the hell? That's because it's treating it as two separate objects. God dag nabbit. So quick fix isn't going to work. Well, I could quick fix it. I'm not going to. I'm just going to fix it properly. Okay. Oh boy, this is going to be a pain. Okay, first thing I need to do is I need a work plane to create the right axis. Okay, that's the right axis. Yeah, you're right, because it's because I have a gap. There's a gap between my two halves because of the way I cut it. I must have moved one of my tubes when I cut it. And so the parts technically aren't overlapping. It's actually two separate pieces. So I'm going to have to break this apart until we get to the stage where I can put it back together again. There it goes. Okay, that's what I need to separate right there. So I should be able to simply stretch this part into this part. There. See how they overlap now? Oh, you can't see that. Okay. See how I made it right here so the parts overlap a little bit? That's what I needed. Thankfully, I didn't have to go too far into it. Now I can just merge all these together. That is so not what I wanted to do. But now I know where this came from. So we can delete you and we can delete you. Now I can join these together. I have a brass bucket that I store the food in. I just brought that in yesterday because I thought it might rain. And I didn't realize the cats would go after it that fast. So yeah, I've got to put it in a proper container. Because we don't give them very much dry food. We give them wet food because of urinary tract infections. Okay, that should be a solid piece now. Oh, wait a minute. Just in case, let's put the work plane back. Yeah, I should have just fixed it to begin with instead of trying to dick around in the slicer. See how it was separate pieces? Yeah, that was done. There we go. Now it's all one piece. That's brimmed. That's brimmed. Yeah, that looks good to me. Wait a minute. Why is it still... What the hell? Why is it doing that? Oh, I have heel turned on. There we go. I don't know why heel was closing that hole. It shouldn't have done that, but whatever. Now we're good. Oh, because here it's technically two parts. Until they join together here. And so it was creating top layers. Now, how many circles is this? Uh-oh. That's too small. See how it's only one ring? Yeah. That's never going to hold. I mean, it could, but it's not under a lot of stress. I don't like it, though. That's too small. Okay, we got to make that bigger. Okay, split it apart. Yes. See, if you look here, the camera's going to be sticking out of here. The lens is going to be right here. And that rubber band is going to go right in that little nook between the lens and the body right there. Now remember, I'm going to snip open those toruses. I'm going to snip an opening in there for the rubber band to loop onto it. So it's going to be a hook. But this is way too small. Way, way too small. Okay. All right, so I need to do... stop doing that, please. There we go. I need to... rotate... come on. The damn little selection box gets in the way. Okay, so here's my base model. Would you move for me? Thank you. So bring in another torus. So I need it about that size. So the tube has to be... I need to keep the tube bigger. 2. Come here. Come here. If you want to be pet, you got to come here. I don't want to hear no crap. Just get over here. Come on. There you go. There you go. See? Yeah. Good boy. Alright. That's bigger than I want, but I think that'll work. Let's go with green for that one. Let's go with just a hair smaller. Let's go 3.5 and 0.8. I mean, that is bigger? No, it's not. 1 and 3.8. See, I need at least 2 loops of the plastic. I need 2 perimeters in the torus, or it's just not going to be strong enough. That's way bigger than I want, but it needs to be strong enough to work. Otherwise, there's no point, yeah? Moving things in 3D space can be such a pain. Let's get come on, lag. Delete that one. Delete that one. Okay. Okay. Bring it up. Okay, that is all the way inside. And that should definitely be strong enough, I hope. I don't think I need to stick out that far. But it's got to stick out far enough for me to do my thing. If I scrunch it. Too much scrunch. I think that'll work. Really? You're going to move it when I didn't want you to? That's what happened with the tube. That's what happened. I touched it to grab it, and it moved in a split second. Yeah, I have 2 smoke detectors in the 3rd bedroom because the first one that was a battery-powered one died, and you're hearing it beep, and I can't reach it. Not until I clear out the bed. I have food racks along the wall and a bed in the middle of the room, and there's just enough room for me to walk around the bed if I turn sideways, so it's no big deal. But because I mounted the smoke detector as high as I could reach, now that the food shelf pushes me further away from the wall, I can't reach the smoke detector anymore. Yeah. And I can't put a stepladder in there because there's not enough room between the bed and racks. But I'm getting rid of the bed in there because I'm going to use an inflatable bed. This way I can fill the entire room with racks for storage. I'm going to turn it into a utility room. And then I'll just put the bed in when I have a guest. This way I don't have a bed permanently taking up space in the room. But until then, I'm stuck with the damn thing beeping. And yes, somebody gave me the suggestion of wrapping some duct tape around the broom handle, attaching it to the smoke detector so I could turn it and pop it off. Didn't work. But I do have a second smoke detector in there with a 10-year battery in it. I'm just getting rid of the battery-powered ones now. Let's see. Control D. We're going to want to flip it this way. And then we're going to slide it out this way. Come on, are you serious? Give me the damn thing. There we go. Oh, they're sticking out the bottom. I got to fix that. Did that never flip? It looks like it never flipped. Close enough. I don't care. Oh, I gotta make that go away. So if I do a work plane there, I grab me a ball. I should be able to stick it right in there, right? Yep. Goodbye. See, little things like this, you just have to work around when you use Tinkercad. It's just part and parcel with Tinkercad. But as you can see, I can imagine trying to do this in in Fusion. It'd be a pain in the ass. I guess it would help if I turned it into a hole first, huh? There we go. All right, those should hold up much, much better. Join all that together. Put the work plane back down here. And we should be okay. It ain't perfect, but it's close enough. And now we have the new one. And it will be a 2-hour print, not that bad. We are attached. The hole is there in the middle. And let's see how many rings we get. There we go. Got my 2 perimeters. See? Now I have 2 perimeters in the rings. And I don't quite have 3 here, but that's all right. Now here's what I want. See, now it's attached to the model. See, I got 2 perimeters attached to the model. And that's where all the stress is going to be. Right there. So having those 2 perimeters be part of the model will make this little hooky part here much, much stronger. Yeah, I'm happy with that. That's good. That'd be a waste of a lot of plastic, especially since I would need a model of the thing to do it. Although there might be other ways I could do it. Use a cone with foam on the inside of the cone, so that foam would conform to the shape of the detector and allow me to rotate it. That might actually work. It'd be a pretty fast print too. That would be kind of neat. Huh. I don't know who you are. Leave a message. Okay. I think I'm satisfied with that. Now, question is, will this hold together? Printing that like that? I think it will. There's no sharp points for the shock cord to grab a hold of. This little enclosure down here will prevent the shock cord from grabbing the lens. This will prevent it from snagging the top of the camera. I do think that will work. Let's print it. Do it! Happy, happy victims. Hungry, happy victims. I could even loop the rubber band around one side and then snip the other side. This way I only have to cut one of the loops. That could work too. Has anybody else been having this new problem with you log into a site and they want you to verify, by they'll say, pick the pictures that have the bus, and you got to do it like 3 or 4 times before it lets you in? It's really aggravating. Not too many people on today, huh? Mm. Well, and the problem is a lot of the captures are just wrong. Like this one popped up and said, pick the motorcycles. None of the pictures included a motorcycle. None. And so I have to hit skip because none of the pictures have what was supposed to be there. No, it's all sites. PayPal does it, Thingiverse does it, and there was one other site that was doing it. We're just over and over again. I got to go through the CAPTCHA again and again. Where are you at? Where are you deployed at? Ah, that's a good point. Because the one was bicycles. And I was like, there's no bicycles here. And I'm not going to pick a motorcycle and say it's a bicycle. I'm a lizard. I'll just be safe. Almost the temperature. Oh, maybe. Hey, just remember, mean people taste good. Well, yeah, of course. Once you sign up for that, I mean, you go where they tell you to go. That's something that people don't realize, that there are some, veterans who have never been in combat, and they don't think sometimes they don't think they deserve benefits, and sometimes non-veterans don't think they deserve benefits. And I'm like, when you sign up for the military, you are literally what the hell? You're literally handing your life over to your country to do with as they please. I mean, your government can order you to do absolutely anything they want you to do. Are you serious? Come on. No, the printer just didn't. Bad offset. Um, Veterans and veterinarians are two different things. I don't care if you've never been at risk. The point is, you have offered your life up to your country, and that means something. You've said, here's my life to do with as you please, and they could kill you by sending you someplace. I mean, that means something. I think we're good now. You see, I wouldn't worry about that. You know, the fact that you offered yourself up for your country, to me, that makes it deserving of everything. Period. End of discussion. Because they could easily, you know, send you to some shithole somewhere and you die. And you wouldn't have a choice but to go. So, you know, I don't know. There's merit in that either way. That's looking good. That should stick down good. What the? What the hell is it doing? Oh, that's the inside. Oh, wow. The wall was a lot thinner than I thought. Are you talking about the one that looked like a shadow going much faster than it should have been going? Yes, this is an Ender 2. Where it's the tracking camera on the fighter jet looking down toward the ocean and it sees something moving quick. If that's the one we're talking about, that's not a UFO. It's just another airplane. The reason that, if it's the video I'm thinking of, the reason that video looks odd. Oh, the Navy ship camera. I haven't seen that one. Do you have a link for it or a keyword I can search for? Belt printer's fine, no issues, except I need a roller assembly for it. So I'm working on getting a roller assembly for it. Do you have a keyword or something I can look up the video? What is it doing? Is my parts fan going? Yeah, it's going. So why do I look like I have heat warping? I should not have warping with that kind of cooling. I got good cooling on this. Yeah, I think that's going to stick down just fine. I don't think I have any problem with that. Oh! I have the extrusion turned up. Oh, I'm so stupid. No, it's at 100. Okay, it reset when I rebooted. Okay. Because it looks like it's extruding too much plastic. She's gonna come feed you, baby. I know. She's a lazy bum and she's not feeding you. Yes, they are. Very bad kitties. Yeah, that'd be a bad idea. Oh, I'm getting the new that senior Delta printer, the SR Delta printer. They're sending me that, so I'll have that in probably in a month. Am I printing too hot or something? It's not. I'm not getting a clean print. I mean, it's a fugly print, but still, it's like it's almost like I'm not getting enough cooling. Fan speed is at 100%. And it feels like it's going 100%. Maybe I'm just too hot. Go down to 205. Maybe I'm just printing too hot. $20 million chasing ghosts. This would probably resin print really nice. But resin is so heavy. Why do you keep saying that over and over again? Oh. You know he's a cat, right? And he can't understand you? Because you said something. But doesn't mean he understands what you said. He's a cat. Oh my god, my sister is crazy. She's wacko. Oh, I think I found the video you're talking about.
A leaked video from U.S. Navy warship USS Omaha capturing a suspected UFO has gone viral on the internet. The image tweeted by documentary filmmaker Jeremy Corbell shows the if you are a space buff and interacting with an alien or a tryst with a spaceship is on your bucket list, the images on your television screen demands urgent attention.
You talking about that one?
Using visuals of a spherical alleged unidentified flight.
Well, that's definitely harder to dismiss. The link didn't post. It certainly is moving pretty fast, so it's definitely not a balloon. Personally, I think we need a good old-fashioned alien invasion to give the countries on this planet a good ass whooping. Maybe we'll actually, start working together. Could you imagine some teenage aliens and dad's spaceship going around the universe pranking planets just to get countries to work together? That'd actually be a good book. That'd be a damn good novel. Hey man, we heard of this other alien planet. These morons are going to nuke each other or climate change each other into extinction. Let's go mess with them. Oh, that'd be funny. That might actually be a good book if it was written right. That'd actually be a really good book if it was written right. No, 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 no. We eat the politicians. Yeah, we eat them. Solve world hunger. Yeah, we're getting cleaner now. So maybe I was just printing too hot for that plastic. Ender's Game is a fantastic book, not such a good movie. Okay, if you watch the movie by itself, it's not bad. It's fun, it's entertaining, the special effects are amazing. But if you read the book and then watch the movie, you're going to go, what the fuck? Because they really messed up the core point of the book. And just read the book. Trust me. No. Contact is serious. Contact is where aliens decide to make themselves known to us on a limited basis in the hopes that we will develop on our own and not destroy ourselves. They don't want to interfere, though. They just want to say, hey, we're here. When you're ready, we're ready. Because we're reaching that technological point where we're on the verge of either advancing or killing ourselves. That was the point of Contact. I'm thinking, Earth is off limits. Think Prime Directive kind of stuff, because we're a backwater set of heathens on this planet. Hillbilly, nut job, uneducated slime bags. Meat bags. We're not intelligent yet, according to aliens. And so some kids, steal dad's spaceship and decide to go screw around with some backwater planets. Let's zip around and watch them shoot their guns at us. Just to mess with the humans. Yeah, for real. I actually just finished watching a series yesterday. Very good, and they're going to come out with season 2. It's some of it's a little cheesy, not bad though, not bad. It's called Another Life. Really good. Oh, interesting. Who writes it? There's a game called Call to Arms. The movie wasn't that bad for 1984, but it had a low budget too. I think if they did a better budget remake of it, it could be better. Call to Arms novel, maybe? Because there's a game called Call to Arms. So that's taking up all the searches. Oh, wait a minute. I know this looks familiar. This looks like the oh, what the hell is the name of that series? Honorverse. Yeah, this is a part of the Honorverse series. Or are you talking about a different novel? Are you talking about the Honorverse Call to Arms? Or something else? Oh, I know what you're talking about. It came out around the same time as Batteries Not Included. So not the Honorverse novels. Okay. I know what movie you're talking about. So it's not by David Weber. There's also a Call to Arms in the Manticore Ascendant series. Oh no, that's part of the Honorverse series. Yeah, I need an author. I guess there's too many other things with the same name. What movie was that? Explorers? I think it was the Explorers. This movie? The little machine there? And Flight of the Navigator was also a fantastic movie. And of course, don't forget The Last Starfighter. Yeah. Apparently, they're going to do a sequel to The Last Starfighter, and they're going to do it justice. That's what I hear. I hope. Yeah, that's going to stay attached just fine. That kind of overhang shouldn't be an issue, though. I'm wondering why it's giving me a problem. Might just be this filament. Oh, I know what you're talking about, Deputy Dog. I don't know what you're talking about, but someone else, what was the name? Copper Dolphin asked about the Explorers movie. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's probably not a movie. But I can't find anything for a call to arms that's not the Honorverse. Modular magnetic pipes. Oh, so it's just like a sci-fi-ish Lego set, a steampunk Lego set kind of thing? Where you can build these and assemble them with magnets and stuff? Pretty cool. You know about that. So all these are separate pieces that all snick together with magnets. Well, hey, if that's how you make your money, that's how you make your money. I mean, on one end it sucks, but on the other end, he's got to make a living too. Cool. That's one of the reasons I like the Tesla Cybertruck so much. It reminds me of Saturn's car. Looks just like it. Style. Alan Dean Foster. Call to arms. Copy. Paste and go. Ah, old school sci-fi book. Book 1 of The Damned. Ah, it was available as a hard copy, huh? $1.35? Yeah, I'll take that. $5 for a hard copy? And there's book 2 and 3. Heck yeah, I'll take that.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come
Um, I don't have a whole lot yet. Oh my god.
What?
Another book I was looking at. Yeah, $323 for the hardcover. They can keep it. I don't do anything separate yet. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do separate for my Patreons.
Chris.
Yeah, no, I found them over here. I threw it at the cats to chase them away from the food. I am thinking about starting a Saturday night Q&A stream just for Patreons. So, you know, for my my regular loyal donors on my Patreon, doing a live stream. I'm trying to. I don't know how to do it. How do I do a private live stream? Like how do you do a live stream that you have to have a membership to be in? If they don't screw it up, yes, I'm very much looking forward to the Matrix 4. And what else is a real good one? I heard there's going to be another Stargate series. They're in works to try to get another Stargate series going. Can I OBS to OnlyFans? But then you have to join on OnlyFans, don't you? See, what I need to do is know how to take my Patreon list and let only those people in, so that it could be a special thing just for them. I mean, I could do an unlisted video. What was a joke? What is OnlyFans? Well, let me buy these books. Huh? I have $20.98 in credit from Amazon, so these books will cost me nothing. I'll take it. Especially because they had hardcovers. I love hardcovers. Let's see, what is OnlyFans? OnlyFans. Content subscription service based in London, England. Subscribe to their content. Actually, it seems like that would work pretty well. Yeah, I'm starting to get that picture here. I'm looking at some of the Google results, and it's all nice-looking women. So I was just thinking, pay for porn. I guess there's no reason we couldn't use it for 3D printing. What kind of a split do they have? Yeah, it looks like the kind of thing that would be for that. It's all women I'm seeing.
You see me doing it. You see me doing it. You see me doing it. Chill. Why can't you be like Goldie? Just chill.
How much do they take for it? Yeah, 3D printing could be a kind of porn. Look at that first layer, guys. Yeah. Oh man.
You're weird.
How much of the subscription do you get to keep though?
Bless you. Bless you. I didn't mean to do that. Bless you. And
Wow, they take 20%.
What was allergic to you?
That's a little steep. Yeah, now I know what it is. But yeah, they take 20%. That's pretty steep. Just a little pricey. Yeah, I finally got a commercial grade induction cooktop. I was like, nice. It popped up on that review site yesterday, so I grabbed it. I was hesitant on an industrial quality vacuum sealer, but I waited too long and I lost it. There's tons of cookie cutter models in Thingiverse. Some of them are pretty damn nice too. Yeah, it's looking pretty good now. Yeah, it looks nice. Someone did a really good Totoro one. I don't know if there's a cat bus one. I think there is a cat bus. Yeah, he's hungry. Yeah, there's a cat bus cookie cutter. Pretty sure I already have that downloaded. Cat bus! I don't know. Can you? I mean, that's kind of an oxymoron. An unlisted live stream? How would that even work? I know when I post a live stream, I can't pick unlisted. You can't pick exposure when you do a live stream. It's just a live stream. Can you make a... Now, see, I want to make the content available to everybody else after the fact, though. I was wondering, can you make a private YouTube channel? You know, where the whole channel is private. Where you have to be a member. I don't know. Oh, really? Now, the only other problem is there's nothing to stop people from sharing it. And once they share the link, then... Guess it would help if I spelled it right.
Hey, Chris.
I was looking for my first shirt still out here from where I left it.
Now, this other thing is that new laws are requiring sites to put a pop-up that says we collect cookies. And the problem I have with that is that there's no refuse option. Like, I can accept cookies, and that's it. There's no, I don't accept cookies. So the only thing I can do is not touch that box. The problem is sometimes that box prevents you from seeing the site. And I have to go into the element inspector and try to delete the parts that make it annoying. Hey, Drone Shots! Apparently there is a way to set it as private. I'm going to have to look into that. I want the option. Like, like I go to the site here. All I can do is click accept or customize. It's like, no, I want a reject option. I want a no thank you, I don't want your cookies option. And damn it, they're trying to force feed me cookies and not even offering any milk. The hell's up with that? Oh my god, there's this great, I don't know if it was on TikTok or YouTube, but it was these kids hear Santa Claus come. And so they run down to look at Santa Claus and they're trying to sneak a peek. And then they see a tentacle come out and reach into the cup and drink the milk. And then they see this horrifying looking spider-like creatures with hands over its mouths, to eat the cookies and stuff. And the kids are absolutely petrified. And the creature comes up to them, touches them, and says, "You've been good." And he starts to and regurgitates a gift for the kid. And then he touches the other kid, does the same thing. He's like, "It's just what I wanted." Some train set. and the one kid looks at the other kid and is like, "What would have happened if we were bad?" You'd have been dinner, kid. That's what would have happened. Oh, man, that was a good video. That was very well done. That would have been very well done. You could guarantee those kids are going to be... Oh, yeah, Netflix Love and Robots. That's right. That's right. I just finished watching season 2. You're right. It was one of those episodes on Netflix Love and Robot series. If you guys haven't seen the Love and Robot series, there's 2 seasons out now. Go watch it. It is so freaking good. Every single episode is so good. They're shorts. They're little 12, 13-minute episodes. But it is so good. If you don't have Netflix, you could download them on torrents. But it is so freaking good, that series. Oh, man, I love that series. Yeah, something else that I can do with this modular rocket system that's really cool is I can make accessories. So, you know, obviously we have fins, okay? So I could put fins on a rocket. But I can also put little booster rockets or big booster rockets. If I can get it to go in there. Big booster rockets. I could put little missiles on here. So here's a little missile. If I can get it on there. Here we go. There's a little missile. Or how about a little space plane? There we go. I could do all these little customizable things and shapes and stuff like that that I can put on the rocket. Really cool. You know, you can do full-on wings. Like here's a wing. These are a little warped because I screwed up, but actually that's the wrong wing. Oh, here's the top wing. This one is supposed to be inverted down here like this. And then actually, it's supposed to be like this. And then there's supposed to be another one on this side. And then the missile would provide the counter drag on the bottom. So that would have all the right amount of drag. So, pretty cool. Love Death and Robots. This stuff, it's great. Absolutely fantastic series. Did you made it? Made what? It's a lot of fun. But see, in all of these, I have a paper tube on the inside. The paper tube takes the heat and protects the plastic parts from the heat. Does it fit? It fits. Looks like it's going to fit. Yeah, we're printing out the part now. Well, we're going to end the stream pretty soon. I got to run to the post office and to the store. I got to buy a few things because I'm leaving tomorrow afternoon to head up to Alamosa, Colorado. They usually respond pretty good with support. I'm surprised. Now, I wouldn't contact them about screws. I would just replace the screws. But still, they're usually pretty good about support. Make sure you got the right address. Now, make sure you have a current address for them. Like, go to their website. Yeah, we've already done that. We've already done. It's called parallel staging. They are going to have a MRF. I'm probably not going to go. I just don't see a way for me affording it. Even just going as a spectator, you know, to attend and take some pictures and stuff like that. I mean, you're talking about a minimum cost of $600 or $700. I mean, that's just a bit more than I can afford. Maybe when things improve, when this COVID crap is done. But, you know, as long as I'm making $600-700 a month, I can't afford to spend an entire month's income to make a trip like that. But yeah, they are supposed to be holding it. They're going to be holding it later. It's going to be in the summer. Let me get you the dates. June 25th. So they've rescheduled it for June 25th. Let's see what that would cost. I think that's Baltimore to go to. No. No, that was wrong. It was Chicago. MDW. Midway. June 25th to the 28th. Yeah. $800 for airfare. Well, this one will work. I'll have to change the date to the Thursday.
Fine.
Yeah, that's not even close. $546 just for the airfare. And then I would need... I would get there on Thursday, so Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. Well, if I dropped off the Sunday... So Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. So it'd be $584 for the airfare, plus probably about $350 for the hotel, maybe $400 for the hotel. That's $800, and I haven't even put, a single meal in me. I can't afford that. I can't. I mean, I theoretically I could put that on a credit card, but then if I paid it off at $50 a month, you're talking about 16 months for me to pay it off. I mean, I can't afford it. That's looking good. I gotta get my income up. I gotta, I need to double my income. To make trips, I need to double my income. Even this trip I'm about to take is gonna cost me badly. It's, my major cost is it's $400 for the room, $376. But it includes breakfast, so I don't have to buy breakfast. I can get like a couple of dollar burgers from McDonald's for dinner and just really, stock up on breakfast. And bring some sandwiches and stuff from home for the field. Peanut butter and jelly will hold out for the weekend. I can just bring a loaf of bread and the 2 jars. So I can make that work, And it's just a tank of gas each way. The car gets 30 miles to the gallon, so not too bad. But yeah, I can't afford a you're probably looking at $1,200 to go to a MRF. And I wouldn't even be able to bring anything for a table. It would just be me. $1,200. That's a lot of money. So it was a bit more practical when I could drive there and I was making twice as much money. Actually, I was making 3 times as much money. When I was making 3 times the money and I could drive to it, that made it a lot different. Now, I could share a room. That would help a lot, but that's not going to help with the airfare. See, that's why driving was practical. I can bring my fuel-efficient car, 30 miles per gallon I got on the minivan, and then I'd share a room with somebody. And so I'd only have to pay, you know, a couple $100 in gas and tolls plus the hotel, my half of the hotel. But now that I have to pay for airfare, you can't split airfare with somebody. You got to pay your own airfare, and the airfare's, you know, $400. Yeah, it's just $586, $600 for airfare. So I don't have it. You know, if I could split the room with somebody and I can get a ticket for like $200, maybe. Yeah, yeah, 460-pound me trying to hop a train. Yeah, that would work. They'd find a smudge mark under the tracks. What was that? I don't know. Some jackass trying to jump on the train. Nope. It'd only make a great YouTube video if you did it live, because you wouldn't be around to upload it. That would suck. Oof. Man, that would suck. Man, that looks so crappy. I mean, it's going to be a usable print. It just doesn't look very good. I wonder if this it just doesn't like this filament, but the filament looks okay. Even at 205, I'm hearing a little snap, crackle, pop. That's not good. I wonder if I have some messed up settings in here. Like, do I have some weird... let's see. Well, retraction speed is too high. Well, why does it keep changing my retraction speed? It really pisses me off. Like, stop changing my retraction speed. 0.9, 7, 8. That all looks good. 0.2, 333, 80, 80. I can change that first layer to 100% and lift it up a little bit. Optimize for fastest. Overlap looks good. Extrusion looks good. Heated bed slowly heating down. 220, 205. That looks fine to me. Actually, I should do 210. And then at 3, go down to 205. Cooling, 100%. That's good. This looks good. Script is fine. $50mm is fine. Nothing looks out of place. It looks fine. But why are my start points on the outside? They shouldn't be on the outside. They should be on the inside. wonder if I have too much overlap. I think part of the problem is I think some of this model is too thin. I think I made some parts of the model too skinny. I need to thicken it up a little bit, I think. Hmm. Because the part on the left looks okay, but the part on the right looks kind of like not that good. Like I think it's having trouble with the extrusion fill and extrusion line. The thin wall. I think it's a thin wall behavior that's causing a problem. Alrighty, guys, I'm going to call it. I got to go make a couple runs. So I will see you guys next week. We'll have a little after report on how the rockets flew. You know, I'm especially excited to fly this one, my hexagon rocket. So that's going to be fun to see how that works out. But I will give you guys pictures and video when I get back. Oh, you don't want to be near me when I have the runs. Like a flamethrower, a sticky one. So I will see you guys next week. You guys have a great night, and thank you for joining in.